This video was produced by the Day Trading Academy, and it's yet another video in a series of videos in which we teach you how to use your Diro Compact software. Now, in previous videos we showed you how to open up multiple watch lists, how to add companies to this watch list, and then in the last video we showed you how to add charts to this watch list. We've opened a day chart and we have opened a minute chart. So what we're going to do in this video, let's see. We're going to add an indicator onto the price chart. We're going to add an indicator below the price chart, and then we're going to show you how to delete indicators if the need arises. We're going to show you how to edit the parameters of an indicator. We'll show you how to add and remove a statistics window and what we use that for. We're going to draw and remove lines on our charts. We're going to add text labels. We're going to add a sense viewer. Sense stands for stock exchange news, and we're going to add a status log. So let's start off. Let's add an indicator to this. There's two ways to load an indicator. One is on top of the price action here, and one is below the chart. So let's put one on top here. We're going to right click anywhere, and we're going to edit the formula. That's the one we're going to select to put an indicator on top. We're going to say edit, and we see we got a blank list of indicators. So we click on more, and the list of indicators appear. There's a long list here. Now, even if you have a 50-year career in the stock market, you're never going to get to them all. In fact, I don't think you're going to get to 10 indicators in your lifespan. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up Diro and open the indicators that you're going to use in your Dynamics of Day Trading program. So let's select the Bollinger Band. Now over there it explains to you how the Bollinger Band is put together and how it works. Over here is the parameters, and this is what we're going to do. We change that to a 13. This is the parameters used for this particular indicator in the Dynamics of Day Trading program. We're going to go OK and OK, and there is my indicator. I can see that this indicator has got 3 lines, and we're going to explain this in the lesson about indicators, but just for you to see, this red line here is a moving average, and if you look to the top there, you'll see there it says BB. That's my Bollinger Band, and this Bollinger Band is set to 13.2. So the red line is a 13-day moving average. Now we've added an indicator on top of the price, and we want to add an indicator below the price. So what we're going to do is we're going to now not select edit, because then we're just going to put another indicator on top of this, and then this chart's really going to look messy. So what we're going to do is let's add a formula area, and again I'm going to click more, and now I'm going to scroll all the way down until I find my slow stochastic there. It's pronounced slow stochastic. Got no clue why it's called that, but it's a powerful indicator, and we leave the parameters as it is for our program. And again there it explains to you how the stochastic works. We're going to go OK, and we're going to go OK, and there's my indicator at the bottom now, and it also shows me that I'm on a slow stochastic here, and my parameters is set at 1433. So let's add another indicator. We right click. You can see that I start on the left here. If you right click here, you're running out of space here. So let's start on the left hand side here. We now add formula area. We go more, and now I'm going to make a deliberate mistake. I'm going to choose the wrong MACD because I want to show you how to delete an indicator. So let's add that indicator, and now once I've loaded it, I discovered it's the wrong MACD. I want a different one, and I want to show you how to delete an indicator. You'll move your mouse until you see the hand. Now you left click and all these little blocks appear. Now you'll right click and you'll say close selected formula. And I'm going to start again, and I'm going to say let me pick the right one. Go more, go all the way down, and now I'm going to select the MACD histogram. There it explains how this indicator works, and I'm now going to set this to the Dynamics of Day Trading programs parameters, which is 1383, and I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to say OK. And there I've loaded the two indicators. Now just to show you, if for any reason you made a mistake when entering your parameters of your indicator, to fix these parameters, you just do it like this. You go onto the indicator, move your mouse until it's a hand, left click, and then you right click and you'll say I want to edit the formula, and then this window comes up and you can change that if you made a mistake. So basically that's how you add indicators and change the parameters of it. Now if you look at the top here, you'll see that you're on the pick and pay chart. You can see it there, but there's the code for pick and pay, and this O stands for the opening price, the highest for the period, the lowest, and the closing price for the period. It gives you the change. In this case it went up by 48 cents or 0.79%. It gives you all the detail for that. But there's another way of looking at it. I can add a statistics window to this, and that gives me a little bit more detail. So let's show you how to put that on. You right click and you say show statistic window. Now if I click anywhere, I have this thing, and I can put my mouse on the left hand side there, the cursor, and I can move this so I can get it out of the way if I want. But now as I move my mouse around, I have the details. Remember, if I'm on a day chart, each one of these candles represents a day's activity. Now if I put my mouse on that particular candle and I move down here, it tells me the day it is, what the current price is. Remember, if this is still during the day, this last candle is still moving. But what it does, it gives me the current price, the last price, the open, the high, low, closing price. It gives me the volume for that particular day. On that day, 1,088,419,000 shares were traded. Change is 75 cents, and that is 1.1% move for the day. And then it gives you the indicator statistics. I can also now just close this if I don't need it, just to make my chart look a bit more neat. Now what I'm going to do is, let me show you, sometimes you want to draw some lines on this chart. Now to do that, you're going to right click, we're going to go to draw tools, we're going to go to line, and we go all the way down to the bottom to the horizontal line. I come up and you see I don't have a mouse cursor, I've got a cross there. I can click anywhere on this chart and I have a horizontal line with a little green block there. Now if I move to the left, I can see that this line is plotted on 57 Rand and 75 cents. Now if I left click like I did there, that little block disappears. If I want to move this, I can just move my mouse onto it and left click, and I've got this little block back. I can put my mouse right on it and that thing appears. I can left click and hold it, and now I can move this around and go and put it wherever. Maybe I want to put it at the bottom of this, and I can see what the price is there, 60 Rand and 22 cents. I can now also draw a trend line. I might want to draw a trend line from there running all the way to there. To do that, I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to draw tools, and I'm going to go to line, and this time I take the top one there and I go and put my mouse right there. I left click and I hold it in, and I draw this line to where I want it, and I can release it, and there I've got these green blocks again. Now I can put my mouse on the line in the middle there, and I can move this line wherever I want. But sometimes I want to move just one end of the line, so then I'll just put my mouse on it and I can go and move this around to wherever I want it. Now to delete a line, I put my mouse on the line, left click, and I've got this little block there, and now I can just hit delete on my laptop keypad. Once I've deleted a line, you can see that it highlights the next line. If I want to delete this line, I can just move and press the delete button on my keypad. That's how you add and remove lines. Now what we're going to do is, let me show you how to add text labels to this. You might be sitting and you have a whole day and you can sit in front of your computer and you want to add some text labels to this to show where you enter and where your targets are on that. Now to do that, you're going to right click, we go to draw tools, and we're going to find text down the bottom here, and we're going to say label. There's no mouse cursor, just the plus sign. I go and left click on there and it says label. Now I can type whatever word I want there and I just click anywhere. And I've got a nice label there, yellow label, easy to see. Move my mouse onto it, I see that little hand, and I can move this thing and put it anywhere. I can put a buy there, I can put a target if I wanted to get out there. The only negative about this text, if I bring another company over now, that text box, that label disappears. So it really is just if you've got time for the day and you're planning on either entering or exiting at a specific place and you want to put the labels on there, you can put the labels on there. So now to remove this, I will left click and I will say delete, and I've got it deleted. Now there's something else. During the day, anything that could change and affect the price of a company has to come through to the JSE, and it's called SENS, Stock Exchange News. Now during the day, if you've got your Diro open, Diro will prompt at the bottom right hand corner here. It'll give you a little pop-up window here every time there's a SENS item. SENS items can be a news article, it could be an announcement of statements that they're going to produce. It could be a director dealing shares in his own company, all sorts of things. Now, because we're recording this video in the evening, the market is not open, so there is no chance of getting a SENS item here. I'm going to force Diro to give us a pop-up there just to show you what it looks like. And I'm not connected to the internet at the moment. And I'm going to pretend that I want to connect, and it's going to just tell me there's no internet connection. But this is what a pop-up looks like. It'll just say there's SENS item, new SENS item. Now you've got a couple of choices what you want to do with this thing. If you want to read it, you got to do this in the first couple of seconds. If you want to read it, you can double click on this and it'll open up the detail, a window with the detail in it. The other option is just to close it. And the third option is you just leave it after a couple of seconds. It's going to disappear anyway. So now that this SENS item has disappeared, it's still stored somewhere. So I want to show you where it is stored. If you move down the bottom, you see there's a status log here. You put your mouse on it and it opens up. And you can see I can put it on SENS, and there's all the SENS items. The last one for the day is that particular one there, 8 minutes past 7, and that's in the morning, the first one. Okay, so now if you want to look at any one of these, you can basically just, there's Mr. Price, you can double click on it, it opens up the window, and there's the detail of that particular SENS item. Another way of looking at the SENS, and my preferred way, is to go to components and select SENS and then say let's put it onto this watch list. I'll go and put it on there, and there's a list, the same list you got at the bottom there, just a little bigger. I got it there. So I'm going to take this, left click and hold it in and put it on top of my chart, and there I've got my SENS viewer. In the dynamics of day trading program, we're going to show you why you need this. Just giving you an idea. If you're busy getting ready to enter into these companies, or you are in them currently, then during the day you can just check here if there's any news that came through for one of your companies, and if you do, you can just double click and see what they say about your company. Now guys, that is what we've had time for now, and that ends this video. So let's just recap what we've done. We've added an indicator onto the price, we've added an indicator below the price, we've deleted an indicator, we edited the parameters of an indicator, we added and removed the statistics window, we've drawn some lines, trend lines and horizontal lines, we've added text labels, we've added the SENS viewer and the status log. So thanks for watching this video, and we see you in the next one.